evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I'm Santosh, and I'm pleased to present our project, our team project conference registration management system. This is our team. I'm Santosh, and he's Aditya, Pratham, Vikas, and Vikas. Coming to our problem statement, we see a lot of conferences around us regularly. We may attend a few, and even we may organize one. One noteworthy point about all these conferences is that every conference has a registration system which they build it from scratch. Which this leads to a lot of redundancies. So our goal is to create a no-code GUI platform that makes this task easier for the conference organizers. So this is our proposed solution. So the solution we want to propose is to create a user-friendly GUI versatile conference management system that has the following features that allows the organizers to create their customized form based on their needs, and it supports the three basic input types, which are the text input type and the single select of the options and the multi-select. These are the main input types we observed in various conference registration systems. And this also has a feature of enabling logical dependencies between the various fields. As in, for example, we do highlight a question, an answer of the question related to a question related to some answer of the other question. So finally we have exportable HTML. We chose HTML because that's scalable. That could be used. And here on Aditya.
This is a Figma file we created for just a basic representation of the client. And the technology that we use is essentially the basic technology that we usually use for web development. The HTML forms the bones, the CSS the skin, and the JavaScript the organs and the muscles. Yes, the reason that we use such simple technology is because it allows us to be scalable, allows the development to be fast, and it also allows the final form generation to have a very simple and a very efficient design.
So let me come to the features implemented by us. So the user can add different types of diverse input types. Like we have text boxes, single select and multi-select options, and each of those containers can also be further editable by the user based on its requirement. And we also surveyed various conferences and found out that logical dependencies is very much important. Like suppose the user chooses some option and the registration process flow of registration changes based on the input of the user. So we have also embedded that logical dependencies in our system. And so we also have static text embedding. Like suppose the registration page should have a title, so we have implemented various text containers to have a title for that. And here is also one of the interesting features like interactive editing. Interactive editing is like the user can edit each of the container. Like suppose the user wants to add options to the MCQ, he can add options to the MCQ. If he wants to delete some container, he can also delete it. So that's all. Now I have to continue.
Another feature of our platform is dynamic form sizing. That is, when user needs to expand the form, size of the form, he can do it by simply pressing one button, expand. So the form size can be changed easily. Also, when user is satisfied by the created form, he can export the form in form of HTML code. Coming to the quality attributes of the platform, flexible layout. The layout is flexible so that user can arrange the questions needed in the form easily, wherever he wants, and also link the questions and arrange them in the order he wants. No code design. The design is no code, that is, the platform can be used without coding. It is a simply drag and drop interface to make it simple to use.
or learning. For main learning was team collaboration and team management. By team collaboration, we learn to keep everyone informed and being supportive to each other, which help us to use our different skill. And time management, we use we stabilize our clear goal and prioritize our task, which help us to do it in fast and easy. Let's demo video.
Yeah, so this is our web page. This is the main working area in the middle. We have like night mode and two options are there, like expand and edit. And here, this is the text box, which is easily movable to any location in the text in that main area. And this is the edit mode. Like you can delete. I have just deleted it and it went back. Now, just I would like to add linking here. Like this is a single choice option, and so I can move any option and place anything based on my wish. And here, suppose I am giving here we are having an example, like and we will show by linking it. This is the edit mode, and I'm adding link here. Now the container gets highlighted wherever the border gets highlighted means I'm linking that option to this particular container. Means whenever I choose that option, this container will appear based on the linking. And here the email input is being set, so the answer should be an email. Now similarly, I am linking another container with the second option. Yeah. The container field gets added here, and now let's export this, and we will see how the linking works. Yeah, so I exported it, and here, if I choose the option A, then the first that container will appear, and if I deselect that and select the second option, then this container appears. So that's all. And further, the future scope is that we will change the CSS of the exported HTML so that it looks a little better, and a few more functionalities. As we have mentioned earlier, that creating registration systems from scratch is pretty much difficult. So we will create this system. Like suppose the customer wants to create a registration form for its conference, then this system will. Yes. And if future, like we have only 3 types of inputs, so we can add. Yeah. Yeah, like 2 containers, like we have not implemented that. 2 containers map to a single option. Yeah.